Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You're watching Breakfast Television. I'm Sid Cicero, isolating in my office at home because we're careful like that. How many of us thought about starting a music group during the pandemic? Well, our next guests, Claire Sims and Kelly Zimbalukic, are two women that did exactly that. They are a flute and violin duo called the Sonority Sisters, and they are here to give us a special holiday performance. Claire, Kelly, good morning. Welcome to BT. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good morning.
Good morning. Claire, I'll start with you. How did Sonority Sisters come to be?
So, a couple months into the pandemic, we realized that we really missed sharing music with the people in our city. So, we took to playing pop up concerts in parks all over the city. And we are still inspired to share music in any way we can. So, here we are now, a couple years later, still inspired to share music.
Kelly, what about playing in front of people has hit you during this pandemic? You know, we talk to a lot of musicians on this show, all types of musicians, and the one thing they always cite to us is just maybe taking it for granted is too strong a phrase, but boy, they didn't realize what live music meant to their soul. Is that how you take it?
I think so. I mean, we kind of started because we needed a creative outlet. We sort of had that ripped out from under us whenever the Toronto Symphony was forced to pause. And we found that whenever we started to play for people that they were really missing that too. And the ironic part is that with the social distancing, we actually felt and have continued to feel a lot closer to our audiences than we ever have in the past.
So, Kelly, where do you guys commonly perform both in the pre-Omicron era and now? Like, how do you work this?
So we've basically been evolving right along with the public health restrictions in Toronto. So originally we played a lot outside. We played for kind of private parties, birthday parties, weddings, things like that. Recently, when we were able to perform indoors, we started to bring music into the workplace. That was really fun for us, and also just great to see people kind of pivot at least partially back to the office. And then we also do a lot of virtual events, either again for just gatherings like neighborhood gatherings or workplace gatherings, employee parties, things like that.
Claire, what is it about working with Kelly that you knew clicked kind of right away? And I'll ask Kelly the same thing. You know, sometimes chemistry is instantaneous, and sometimes you kind of need to work at it a bit. How did you guys know you were fit?
Well, we were friends before we started playing together. We're both actually from Pennsylvania. We didn't know each other, but then we played in Miami Beach in an orchestra together there and happened to win our positions in the Toronto Symphony the same year. So we do have a history of friendship before we started playing. So it was just kind of a nice added depth of friendship to be able to play music together. And especially during these challenging times, it's been a really huge silver lining for me.
That's fantastic. To both of you, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. This is always a big show for us. So we really thank you both for coming on. At Sonority_sisters on Instagram, if you want more information. A short time ago, both Claire and Kelly were kind enough to tape a performance of Deck the Halls for us. As we go to break here on this Christmas Eve edition of Breakfast Television, here is Deck the Halls, courtesy of the Sonority Sisters. Claire and Kelly, God bless. Thank you very much. More BT after that.
Thank you.